what's up, gamers? This is NGG with my co-host
Marz. What's up, y'all? Marz here on scene, talking about a good topic today. Lazy James, all that good stuff. Game, we're gonna have all my formalities in the description.
Yeah, links are always below. Check the description. All right, so we are not doing a review because I feel like it's unfair to do a full review since one, I haven't played the single player, and this game is still a live service game. So right now, this is gonna be just first impressions. I think I have 30 or 40 hours into this game. I think you have a lot more than that. So this is just our impressions of Splatoon 3. And let's go into what we normally would do. So we always talk about gameplay. There's a story mode that I won't be able to talk about, but I'm hoping you've gone and hit the story mode a little bit. I haven't, so I can't talk about that. And then all the multiplayer versions, because I have dabbled a lot in a lot of the multiplayers, except for one, which I think you've also dabbled in. So that should help balance this review out. So the first thing I want to talk about is my favorite thing, which is turf battles, as it compares from two to three. So I think turf battles, I do like that there is now a new system where as many people want to join the queue can join the queue. So that I like it only takes them one battle for everybody to join in. And they did add the feature where you can see if your friends are gonna join in. So that's nice too. Like, I like the fact, like, if you're about to leave a lobby, they're like, hey, somebody's joined on you, one of your friends. So that is nice. But the disconnects, I can't. So what are we thinking about turf battle for you?
Hey, turf battles, I like turf battles. I like that you can join on your peoples. I see people play. I go to my friends list. I slide over on that little menu, friends list. You can see somebody playing Samurai. You can see somebody playing Anarchy. You can see somebody playing turf. When I drop in on somebody, it's gonna be on turf because I don't want to mess up anything they got going. So I look. I say, who on turf? Who can I mess with? I see Edie. I see everybody. I see, and then I drop in, and then the next day, hey, did you drop in on my turf joint? You know, everybody. So I think it's kind of funny. But so yeah, I like turf. I like how you can drop in. I like that you can join on the same team as the people you want to join on. Now it doesn't have to be like random. You can get a 4 crew going in a turf battle. You know what I mean? You don't just have to always be randomized on the team. So I do like that. And for some reason, maybe it's the stages. I just enjoy. I could just play turf more randomly. Like usually when I get on the game on 2. I'm like, I'm going straight to X rank and all this. I ain't worried about no turf. Like in this one, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the stages, the new stages, just wanting to play more, test out the guns. But I find myself just regularly playing turf versus just heading to the Anarchy. So they done something there where it's a little more magical, a little more fun, a little more spice, especially how Splatfest is panning out. But yeah, turf is great. And like you said, you can see when people are joining, so you just don't up and leave randomly. So turf is solid.
Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback on something you said. I do like that you can make a 4-team lobby. The only thing I don't like is that you can't switch it out. Like if you have more people wanting to join in, you can't switch from the 4 people to just like 8 people randomizing or how many ever people because
gotta lock it in.
It's locked in. So there's like no way to say. I wish there was a way like, hey, you got more people wanting to join on you. Do you want to switch this to regular turf? So that you don't have to, and I know that's probably gonna be a little too much for them to, like, they've already added this feature, so they probably won't, but it would be a nice improvement if you already have 4 people, but more people want to join on you, then it'd be like, alright, we'll just make it a regular turf battle, it won't be a team turf battle, because I've watched other streamers, and they don't know that you can do a lobby of 8 people or a lobby of
a lot of people on that. Like you gotta coach them. Like that's what the difference between a drop in and joinable. You can drop in what you're gonna drop in on the team, but joinable, you're gonna join them randomly. Like people still aren't seeing the difference. So yeah, definitely what you're saying. You got like a lot of people still need to be coached on that.
Right. So that's turf.
Yeah.
So that
and it's not that wait 2 at a time.
No.
Like in 2.
Thank God.
You can just mob a whole lobby. Like we mobbing, we in here, we taking over, up out of here. So I like that. Like you got got 7 people ready to go, 7 people queue up. 9 times out of 10, the game knows to make room. Like, oh, y'all got to dip. They mob the room. It's over with. Yeah. So it's pretty good at that. But then, of course, you get a DC the next match, and then you got to start. Oh, my bad. Did I bring that up?
The way they tried to fix those DCs have been the worst solution to a problem they could have ever done. And I know that I'm starting off bad, guys. I know I'm starting off bad, but I think they made a bad situation worse. Like, I was already used to dealing with having to fight 3v4s or 2v4s sometimes, but a whole lobby disconnect, it'll shut down the whole lobby, it'll disconnect the whole room, it'll sometimes kick the whole party off. So like if you form the big lobby and you got all your peeps together, well, goodbye to all your peeps, because you got to start a new lobby and everybody's got to try to get in the second round, because they can never get in the first round.
Alright, so as Gamer has stated, it's a live game. So as today, their patch notes came out talking about the DCs. They're supposed to. I didn't read the patch notes. We should probably read them before the video. Today, they might go live tonight. I think it started overseas, so it's going to roll over to us today, the 29th. In 3, when you disconnect, it's loud and clear. It's disruptive. It's obtrusive. It's rude. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it happens to me when I'm winning. I'm about to take home the victory. I'm about to secure the victory. Nah, the game like, nah, you ain't finna win nothing, partner. DC, up out of here. My only tribe battle, and on the other team, not my team.
Right.
Not my partner. Yeah, my partner rolling is too obtrusive. The disconnect. And even in turf war, even in no matter which mode you're playing, because anarchy there's no penalty each way, so that's fine. It's just too intrusive. It's too abrupt. It's too rude. I can't handle it.
I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the reasons why I like struggle to play Splatoon 3 a bit. Is because of the DCs. I'm like, I don't want to deal with the DC situation the way it is now. It makes me not want to play. And you know that's a lot for me to say I don't want to play a Splatoon game. Because it's my hella relaxing game. Let's move on because I'm going to beat it. We're going to beat a dead horse. Alright, so let's get into the single player. I haven't done it. You want to do a spoiler free, like how the single player?
I haven't done it.
You haven't done it
either. Let me tell you. I'm playing the game. I'm playing Splatoon 3, the game. Like the single player. Okay, that's nice. I played the single player 2 and 1, so I played the 3. I know enough in the single player. I mean, I'm not a lore heavy person anyway. I'm gonna say this about the single player. If you're a lore heavy, play the single player. If you want to know, you can learn about the weapons without playing the single player. You can learn about everything you can do without playing single player. That's how it's like the single players. But if you want to know, and you're not going to get much lore, but if you want to know the lore, play the single player. You want to know more lore, get the mangas. That's all I'm going to say about single player.
So, yeah, for me and single player, if anybody knows from me, I usually wait till like the game is almost dying down to go into single player, just because I don't enjoy the single player as much because I don't like how they force me to use different weapons. I doubt that it's changed. I guess when I do our full review, we can talk about single player, but right now we are gonna shuffle on and we are gonna talk about one of my favorite modes actually, and it wasn't my favorite mode in Splatoon 2. But one of my newest favorite modes is Salmon Run. I have been enjoying the F out of Salmon Run. I love the new bosses. I like the new mechanics they put in. They have like this one mechanic, and it seems so dumb, so dumb. They put these eggs, all the golden eggs, all the way at the back. And you have to grab a bunch of those eggs and just keep tossing them. And you have to like kind of relay them towards you people, and there are not really too many people attacking you while you're relaying them, but it's like to get your friends like to help each other. So yeah, it's like I feel like it's a group bonding activity without even knowing some of these people.
They want to see how well you work as a team, you know, that kind of thing.
Right, and that's what it felt like to me. Like, all right, I'm gonna pop this. You keep whoever off of me while I'm tossing them. The person in the middle toss them to the person on top, and the person on top just keep shooting them in the bucket. and we'll get them like that. And like that specific stage, part of the stage, is never too hard. So I feel like it's like, for me, it's just the right amount of difficulty in that part. I don't know if it has its own little name, but just the right amount of difficulty for that part of the stage, where it's not too hard, it's not too easy. Well, it might be a little too easy. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a little too easy, but I feel like it's team building.
I think it's like where they put cage out of eggs compared to where you have to load them. Like if one person is not participating, you might not make the goal.
Oh.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all 4 people have to be a part of that chain process. If one of those 4 people are not a part of that chain, you might be an egg or 2 short. Because there were some times where like people were kind of just like messing around, and like we almost didn't make it if we really didn't hustle. But that's why I think how you said they don't throw too many enemies at you, because this is more like can you work as a unit without the voice chat.
They added this other new one, which is like this tower. I really like the tower, except for when I'm being targeted by those torpedoes. Because sometimes when you're going up the tower, you can't see that you're being targeted by the torpedoes, and you'll get got while you're climbing up and not even know it. So like.
No, listen, that's one of my number 1 rules anyway. This in Splatoon, never be climbing while missiles are on you, because you're gonna get got. But so yeah, I know what you mean. I think one thing I like. Well, let me say this. I do like Samurai. I liked it in 2. I just didn't. It just wasn't that appealing to me. I did not like it. Like somebody, let's run Samurai. Okay, I'll run Samurai, whatever. But now in 3, I really like it a lot. I like it a great deal. And this has been across the board that people like Samurai run a great deal. And this is where game design comes into play, because from 2 to 3, pretty much the same, right? But it's the design of what's going on, the little nuances. Throwing the egg, having the ability to toss the egg. Okay, I'm down here, I'm gonna kill everything down here, I'm gonna toss it up to that platform where y'all at, then all you gotta do is toss it from there to the bucket. And then, or you get the pump thing by the beach, throw it in that pump and it lobs it to the basket. Little nuances like that, like it brings it alive, where pretty much outside of that, the same as 2. There, of course, some new enemies. The Mega Boy at the end, to the mode. Now, people like you that didn't like it in 2, like it.
Right. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It was just that it wasn't a mode that I would just go to random. Like, it wasn't something like, I'm like, unless I needed like the gear that was in there for that month or the week or whatever, I wasn't something I would go. And it's now 24/7. So now we don't have to wait.
Major play. The gear is whack so far. I do not like that hat, but I've seen everybody rocking that. The gear whack so far.
I do like that new King boss feature thing that they've added as well. I like that it's not all the time. So
I like that. Yeah.
You're not always gonna get him, so it's not predictable. There is something that I saw that I didn't know that there was a way to tell, but there is a way to tell when he's coming. There's like some kind of thing on the top right hand corner of your screen, and you'll see him like glowing, the big boss, and then you'll know that match you're gonna get him. So like if you're not paying attention, you could miss that very easily. But I love that it doesn't punish you for not beating him, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't punish you for not beating him, but it gives you extra bonuses if you do. They give you like this golden something at the end of the match if you beat them, and that you can use to buy different colored work uniform.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we did get hooked up.
Okay, so now they have also, and I haven't played it, so I can't speak on it. I don't know if you've played it, like the tabletop mode.
Oh yeah, I played it.
You played it? You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, let me speak to it. I will say this, like, I think people have been intimidated to play it. TCGs in general be intimidating because you don't know the rule of the card. You know, you gotta learn the rule of the battle. So I've seen like a lot of people saying like they played one, but it's intimidating. They don't understand it. There is a tutorial, like it's a real TCG. They want you to read the rule book before you even play it, and I highly suggest that you do. You have to read. There's like a 20-page, and it goes page. I think it's 18 to 20 pages.
Wow.
Read that, because if you don't, you're gonna be lost playing TCG. Gotta read that, especially if you don't even play TCGs. Read that, and your first matches. And my first match was pretty tough, but you should win, but it'll get real tough real quick. And then if they're gonna get to a point, because I see people playing the TCG exclusively, like they're just getting good at the TCG, and then you get badges for that, right? There's a whole other story, the badge hunt, that a lot of people are starting to turn this game into. But the TCG, if you do want to play it seriously, get all your cards, build you a couple decks. You can, I think most TCGs you can have up to 4 of one card. I'm not sure about this one. When I played it, I won against the easy computer, but it gets harder and harder. But yeah, collect the cards, build the deck, practice, play, and then I bet there's going to be YouTube tutorials on strategies. Like it's an official TCG, so I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna go too deep because it's big.
I got one question though. Can you play that against other players, like online?
I haven't seen it. The part that I did see is like you your deck and you could put it out there to be played by the computer. It seems like, but on the second floor in the lobby, there's tables where like 2 players can sit down. So maybe when some DLC come out or something, like they'll let 2 live people go at it. No, they could have easily just had a bunch, they just throw a bunch of cards in there. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because that could be a whole video in itself.
Okay, so I will move on. The next one I want to talk about is the new versions of League and Ranked. I think they're gonna bring League and Ranked back, but right now we have Anarchy Battles, and I am not mad at them. I am not mad at them at all. So I was watching you stream while you were playing your Anarchy Battle series, because I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid to go in. Because I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know what this 5-3 rule was. And I was like, oh, I don't know that I want to go in. It sounds like I'm going to lose all my points. And if I lose all my points, how am I going to get more back? Because it's a slow climb. If you don't do it in that, there's 2. They should have named them completely different.
Well, one is Anarchy Series and one is Solo. One, that is the one you could do with your friends, right? So if it's me, you, and 2 other people get together, or it could just be whatever ratio you get. But now in that mode, you're only when you lose, you'll lose 2 to 4 points. What I've seen so far, every time I lost, it's been 2 points or negative points. Negative 4 points or negative 2 points. If you win, you only get plus 8 points. Now if you do a series, which is the 5, and then either win 5 or lose 3 or it's over, that's when you're doing the big bets. When you plus 200, plus 300, minus 200. So those are the differences. But you can only do that in solo. You can't get a team to do that part of it. And that's the one that's on top. And then the solo is below. But solo, they say solo, but you can do that with friends.
Which is weird why it would be called solo. Because I know you can hit the right bumper and you could add people. Because I know I played that with you and I played that with Dang. And like I was afraid that I was gonna lose somebody their rank, and they were like, no, it's only a couple of points. You're not gonna lose me my rank. Yeah. And so I was less apprehensive about going in there with the team because I wasn't gonna cost them so many points that they were gonna lose their rank, which I did like.
If you just want to chill with your people, hey man, and you don't want to do turf, right? Just join Anarchy Solo. Y'all can still have a good time, have a good laugh. Nobody's crying because they're losing 2 or even gaining 8. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, no matter how bad you whoop the other team, you don't get 8 points. So, like you're not getting, you whooped them really well. Here goes 20 points. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good idea. You still enjoy those modes, and then if you want to get super serious, go ahead and do the series best 3 or 5. Get started there.
Get salty there. I did like though, like I won one of them. I won one of my series and I lost another one. But even though I lost my series, I didn't lose a lot of points. Like I actually gained points. So I didn't know how that works. You want to explain it to me? Go ahead.
All right. So this is what's hot. This is what's hot now. Forget the cracked tanks. you can, you have the team effort, but then let's say you're playing really well, the team just ain't, or it's not doing that well, so they're individual effort. So you notice when you were playing series, right? At the end of the match, or this happens anyway, no matter what you're playing turf or with, but they'll be like, you can get gold or silver, or you can get nothing. Because sometimes I'll just get like 2, and then I don't get anything for the third if I have a bad game, right? So like if you get all 3 gold, you can have 3 losses. But if in those 3 losses, if you got 3 gold of anything, 3 gold ratings on those 3 losses, you can still gain points. Especially if you sneak a win in there. Like, so that's what I like. It's more of a formula. It's not black and white. It's like, okay, you played well, the team chemistry just went there or something like that. And I think I posted this on Twitter. I've won 5. I've got and lost. I won 5 and went on. Then I lost 3 and went on. I've gotten more points for losing 3, getting all gold, than winning 5 and getting like gold and silver mixed.
Wow.
So you gotta understand that, don't give up when you're playing. Like, even if you're like, oh, I don't like my team, I'm giving up. No, play better individually, and you still will be rewarded. Right. I like that. I think a lot of people complaining too, like, oh, I'm playing so well, but I'm still getting cracks. That fixed that.
The one thing that they did change is though that score is for all of them. It's not for each individual one. Like it used to be like A for splats, B for this. It's a whole round point. So like it's A across the board for each mode. So like if you're having a off mode, say, oh, I'm really doing crap in this mode, well, come back when the lobby rotates and come finish the series in another mode, and you can still rank up. So I do like that.
I'm gonna say this too, because I finally, so when you was watching me stream, I was A plus rank, so I got the S rank. But so when you're jumping from like rank to rank, it goes from 5, the best 5 out of 3, so 5 wins or 3 losses. Then you get 3 straight up. And from what I could tell, you have to win in all 3, or I think 2 of the 3, and then have the score to get to S rank. And then it'll go back to 5 or 3. So I think I think I'm just S plus, and when I go S plus 1, S plus 2, you still have to do. You're just gonna get 3, and then you're gonna be evaluated off for 3 matches if you can go to the next one.
Oh, okay.
Just for the people to know.
Okay, I obviously didn't know about it. So we're gonna lightly touch on this last subject, and we'll go further in detail when we go and hit your channel up. But we are gonna talk a little bit about how they are handling the Splatfest in this game, because guys, I am not happy right now, and I'm gonna tell you, like, if anybody knows me, like, Splatfest is always like the most wonderful time of the season for me. Like, I hit Splat, like, I plan to be home, I plan to play all day, I'll be in and out the matches. Like, I used to never, like, get headaches. Now I'm getting headaches because I'm getting frustrated, I'm getting stressed out, and, like, I never had that happen to me before. Like, I used to love Splatfest, and I'm not saying that I hate it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying it's now more frustrating, where it just used to be straight up fun for me. It's now more like it's fun, but now I have to deal with some frustration. So like with the DCs that we've already talked about, and like the way they're handling the tricolor matches. I did 1 tricolor match. And now the tricolor matches are like they for some reason have eliminated making a brand new stage for each Splatfest. Each Splatfest used to have a brand new stage, and for some reason they took that away. I don't know why they took that away. That's dumb. It was always like the highlight of my time, getting to see a brand new stage that we will be able to eventually play in private battles, but they've eliminated that as a possibility. And so now what they did in my match, when the one time I got it, so there was 3 boards, right? So when you're playing in the tricolor, you have to select if you're the losing team that you want to be part of the tricolor, and you can only bring 1 friend. You can't bring a team because if you're the losing team, there's only 2 of you guys, so you can't bring a whole crew. It's not like if you decide you want to play with your crew, it'll say, do you want to split? If you get a match and you guys play solos, it's not, it's, if you play 4 people, you're not getting a tricolor match if you're the losing team. If you're the winning team, you can get a tricolor match, but if you're the losing team, you can only bring up 1 other person. And the way I got it, when I went, Hammer, the bridge one was a board, and they also put it as a tricolor board. So it was on there twice. It was a tricolor bridge.
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
I was like, wait, why am I having this? Like, it's not a different thing. I was so mad. The tricolor matches only come on the second half, right, of the thing. So you only have like the second half to play it. And then they're so elusive, guys. They're so elusive now. Like, you're like, where are they? Where are they?
Yeah,
like, I had one during the whole Splatfest. One, and if you win, they give you a badge. If you lose, you don't get that badge. So imagine you have 1 chance at it.
You bring it up. Yeah.
You have 1 chance at it, and you only have 1 chance at winning it, and 1 chance to get that stupid little. Not stupid badge. 1 time to get that badge. It's stupid because like when you had it in the test fire, they were more frequent. And now I know the opposing team, like, we thought like they should have done something special for them, but to eliminate it, to make it this wasn't it. This wasn't it.
Point-wise, man. Point-wise, you know, we were talking about points, man.
don't make it elusive, guys.
This the game is Splatoon 3. Like, that's the game. Like, you don't add the tri battles. You might as well just that's your closest step. I mean, minus the salmon run, with just having DLC for 2.
How I played like most of Splatfest, I only got 1.
The extra, the space, like the extra maps out. You can't. You already removed stuff from that was new. You went backwards, and then the stuff you went forward on is now being retracted as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes it super dry. Like, it got to the point where I was like, I was fiending, like, because the thing is, because I didn't get to do the try during the prequels, right? So once I got a taste of that try battle, I just wanted more. You know what I mean? I was like, give me that try battle.
Right.
I'm getting turf. Like, I'm not getting that, so I'm like a fiend out here, like wanting to try battles, like clicking, and then of course when you pick try battles, it takes longer to get into the matches versus just going to what's the one above it? Like, there's try battles, but then whatever the regular.
They're just regular Splatfest battles.
You'll be in matches all day. We're throwing teams together left and right, and that y'all join up here. You go to try battle, all right. You'll do a match with a good player. Then y'all sit in the lobby for 36 seconds. It'll remove that player. You get another 36-second queue. They'll finally add a person. There's another 36 seconds to get you in the match. You play the match.
And it ain't a tricolor match.
Yeah, not a tricolor match. You go through a match with 4 people. They'll remove 2 of the 4 back in the lobby again. Then it's y'all 2 them. That whole situation. It did that every time. And then I'm sitting there feeling like, well, I'm not going to go to the regular battle because I want my tri battle. So I'm going to take this time queue on me to only get 1 tri battle. Then I get in my tri battle. Oh, DC. How convenient. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's not representing the true picture to me, but we'll get into it.
All right. So we're going to leave it at that. This is just our impressions.
Let me see. Hey, the music banging. The music in this game banging.
Yes.
The music is banging. I listened to Splatoon 3 official soundtrack. It's about 5 hours long. The music is like Blitz is still my favorite song overall, and that's from 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's far beyond 1 and 2. And I'm glad Team Chaos won, even though it was Team Order, because I think that the soundtrack is different from 1 and 2. I think if Team Order would have won, the soundtrack for 3 would have sounded like 1 and 2. 3, you could tell it's chaos. Like, I like it. So I'm glad that 3 the music is banging. So listen to the OST if you get a chance. I mean, I haven't found a bad song I like yet, and I already have a favorite song with this one.
Yeah, the Rainbow Anarchy I think is mine right now. I really like. You'll probably be listening to it the whole time we have been talking. Anyway, guys, like I said, this is not a full review. Our full review will probably come years later. Guys, we just wanted to get some of our thoughts and what we're thinking right now. I don't know. We might have to even do 3.
Yeah,
we might have to do.
We're gonna touch bases. The game is a 2-year period game. We definitely gonna be touching back many times before this is wrapped up. This, you got to think, a 2-year window with 2. We know we're getting the DLC free and paid. So yeah, we're gonna come back and touch bases.
All right, so let's give us your exit ticket so we can get out of here.
All right, yo, Lazy James, Marz, Docio, all that stuff. Formalities, all in the descriptions. Y'all check it out.
We will see you guys on the Splatville. Thank you guys for watching. Happy gaming. Bye.